Child sexual abuse is defined as sexual intercourse with a child. Child sexual abuse also involves touching, non-touching offenses, or exploiting a child, each being just as harmful to the child. Touching sexual offenses include fondling, making a child touch an adult's sexual organs, penetrating a child's vagina or anus. Non-touching sexual offenses include engaging in indecent exposure, exposing children to pornography, deliberately exposing a child to the act of sexual intercourse, and/or masturbating in front of a child. Sexual exploitation can include engaging a child or soliciting a child for the purposes of prostitution and using a child to film, photograph, or model pornography.
The effects of child sexual abuse. Brain damage may show delay on physical growth. Speech may be absent or delay. Cognitive skills may be at the level of a younger child. The child may have an unusually short attention span, a lack of interest in objects, and inability to concentrate. The child may be suspicious and mistrustful of adults. The child may feel inferior, incapable, and unworthy around other children, and may have difficulty making friends.
Well, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is when our children are abused, whether it's sexually, physically, emotionally, those scars stay with children, in essence, sometimes for a lifetime. And then it manifests itself in underperforming children in school. They potentially act out and may get involved with law enforcement and other problems. And then they lose hope in their life.
Behaviors by Garnevsky. 745 sexually abused adolescents aged 12 through 19 were generally compared with 745 non-sexually abused adolescents and compared in 4 problem categories. Results showed that a large sum of sexually abused adolescents reported problems with emotions, aggression, addiction, and suicidal thoughts. Furthermore, the study compared gender differences and found that boys tended to struggle more with emotional and behavioral problems. Boys were more often the victims of concurrent physical abuse than girls, and the aftermath of sexual abuse tended to be much worse for boys than for girls.
Fears of children, fear of breaking up the family, fear of harm to a parent, pet, or themselves, fear of abandonment, or fear of being blamed for the abuse.
When reporting abuse, 28% of child rape victims had not spoken about abuse until interviewed. 47% did not report abuse until 5 years after they had